We hear a lot about how well-built and state-of-the-art U.S. Navy submarines are, with many experts telling 1945 that they're the best on the planet. Back in 2005, a U.S. Navy attack submarine was put to the test when it smashed into what many would call an underwater mountain. As crazy as it sounds, the submarine didn't sink. It was able to get back to port. Here's what one expert explained about the incident and his analysis of how the sub made it home. Typically, it's fighter and bomber pilots who need to be concerned with mountains, flying in conditions with low visibility. Tragically, it was back in January 2022 that a South Korean Air Force pilot was killed when his F-5E fighter jet crashed into a mountain south of Seoul due to poor visibility. Yet it isn't just the flyboys who need to watch out for mountains. Back in 2021, a U.S. Navy nuclear-powered submarine collided with an uncharted seamount, also known as an underwater mountain. The USS Connecticut, a Seawolf-class fast attack submarine, hit the then unidentified object in international waters in the South China Sea on October 2, 2021, resulting in moderate to minor injuries to 11 crew members. That incident was the first involving a U.S. Navy submarine since USS San Francisco also hit an uncharted seamount in 2005, which sadly resulted in numerous injuries, as well as one death among the crew. Such collisions are uncommon, but likely impossible to completely avoid, as researchers believe that there are more than 100,000 seamounts that rise more than 1,000 meters from the sea floor. New estimates suggest that, taken together, seamounts encompass about 28.8 million square kilometers of the Earth's surface, NOAA explained. That's larger than deserts, tundra, or any other single land-based global habitat on the planet. A submarine hitting a mountain isn't as extreme as an aircraft flying into one, but it is still quite serious. It's actually remarkable that the damage to the USS Connecticut wasn't greater. Moreover, it is practically a miracle the USS San Francisco didn't suffer catastrophic damage, as it reportedly struck the uncharted seamount at some 30 miles an hour at a depth of 525 feet. That incident occurred on January 8, 2005. Some 675 kilometers southwest of Guam, while the submarine was traveling at maximum speed. The resulting collision was so serious that the vessel suffered significant damage, and there was a struggle to maintain positive buoyancy to surface after the forward ballast tanks were ruptured, while the sonar dome was severely damaged. In total, 98 crewmen were injured, suffering broken bones, lacerations, and back injuries. Machinist mate Second Class Joseph Allen Ashley of Akron, Ohio, died the following day from head injuries. Fortunately, the inner hull wasn't breached, and more importantly, there was no damage to the boat's nuclear reactor. In fact, thanks to the efforts of the command staff and crew, USS San Francisco was able to surface and was accompanied back to port under escort from the Galveston Island, Fred W. Stockham, and Kiska, while Nighthawk helicopters and a P-3 Orion further provided aid. It took the submarine, traveling at just 10 miles per hour, some 52 hours to reach Guam. Temporary repairs were made in Guam before the ship was sent to Pearl Harbor for a more extensive refurbishment. As the USS Honolulu was set to retire in 2007, while the USS San Francisco was scheduled to remain in service at least until 2017, the U.S. Navy opted to take the nose from the former boat and give the latter a much-needed makeover. The USS San Francisco was finally returned to service in April of 2009. An investigation found the commander Kevin Mooney, San Francisco's commanding officer, at fault for the incident, citing poor judgment that led to the collision. A Navy investigation also found the boat's crew wasn't using the most up-to-date charts to plot their course. The U.S. Navy relieved Mooney of his command and also issued him a letter of reprimand. However, he was not charged with any crime, nor was he court-martialed. In addition, 6 crew members were also found guilty at their own non-judicial punishment hearings: the captain's mast, of hazarding a vessel, and dereliction of duty, and they were reduced in rank and given punitive letters of reprimand. More importantly, for their actions in the crisis, 20 other officers and sailors received awards, including letters of commendation, the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, and the Meritorious Service Medal. Although the grounding incident compelled me to punish and remove him from command, in my opinion, it doesn't negate 19 years of exemplary service. U.S. 7th Fleet Commander Vice Admiral Jonathan W. Greenert wrote in his report. Prior to the grounding incident, USS San Francisco demonstrated a trend of continuing improvement and compiled an impressive record of achievement under Mooney's leadership. Moreover, the crew's post-grounding response under his direct leadership was commendable and enabled the sub's recovery and safe return to port. The opinions expressed in this editorial are those of the author, not necessarily of this presenter. I am a paid announcer.